It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Yo-ho, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the absolutely, completely random podcast for Saturday, August 13th, 2022. Hey, we're 5 days away from my birthday. Holy shit. And what am I talking about this week on the show? Well, believe it or not, PacMan is getting a live-action movie. PacMan. Yeah. Somebody actually asked me my thoughts on this, and I really did not have an answer. Because I saw something about it, didn't really get a chance to read the article, and it's like, oh, okay. So I had to do some research. I'm like, it's going to be a topic this week. Speaking of movies getting another one, hey, Sonic's going to be a trilogy! Oh my god, it's now a trilogy! Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is coming out next December. Or no, sorry, 2 Decembers from now. Crunchyroll. Crunchyroll has bought the popular anime video store, Right Stuff Anime. Oh, this is not going to be good here, because this is going to be interesting. Netflix has games. So apparently they're surprisingly good games. And there's an actual way to play them. I'm talking about that. And Udon Entertainment has licensed Robotics Notes and more. And I actually did like Robotics Notes. I thought that was a really good series. So that's actually kind of interesting. All this and more this week on the absolutely, completely random podcast. But before we get into that, you know the song and dance by now. But we had to change up the lyrics a little bit this week because we have some new stuff to talk about. That's right. So once again, if you're in the market for oddities, weird stuff, collectibles, trading cards, DVDs, action figure parts, to repair and customize your figures, come check out my eBay page, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. Yes, I know it is not the world's greatest name, but it is the one that I like the most because it's basically my name and when I started selling stuff on eBay. And in all honesty, it's nostalgic for me and I like it. Pretty much like how Web Designer 18 is my YouTube channel because I went to school for web design and I did it when I was 18 years old. So yes, it works really well. But anyway, if you're in the mood and you're in the market for oddities, collectibles, trading cards, DVDs, action figure parts, what have you, come check out my eBay page. It's on the worldwide flea market that is eBay. Come on, you can find everything here. You know the song and dance by now, I'm sure. But yes, come check me out. It's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. It's all lowercase, by the way. You can also follow me over on Twitter at @OtakerRhodes. I'm there usually shooting the shit, giving my opinions and stuff every now and then. There's also the Web Designer 18 Facebook page. And for those of you out there that are leaving messages and getting a little upset that I'm not responding right away, please bear with me. Facebook, in their infinite stupidity, decided to change up how they can access it with certain apps. So if I want to access my, the Web Designer 18 Facebook page, I have to either do it on a desktop or actually do it on through the Facebook Meta app, and I'm not downloading their app. So that's not happening. But yeah, so bear with me if I don't reply right away. I try to check it every day, so please keep that in mind. There's also my Etsy shop, Simple Design by Andrew. I do have about 17 items right now up for sale, all digital products, instant downloads, so you get it right away when you pay. Wedding invitations, printable calendars, planners, birthday cards. I actually have a couple good ones. I have a really funny mom birthday card and just a generic happy birthday card. Well, it's a cute, funny type of one with a monster popping out. And then there's also just like a generic gamer invite or just like a regular invitation. And I recently put up a couple coloring books. Yes, that's right. A Christmas winter themed one as well as a generic one that can be done by adults, kids, or both. Really nice and really show off some of the minute details and really make them feel like they did something really cool and accomplished something. So, so check out my Etsy shop. It's Simple Design by Andrew. And don't forget, I also have that t-shirt thing over on Spring. That's spri.ng. Yeah, because they can't get spring.com. So it's over on there. Go check that out. A whole bunch of stuff over there. I get profit. It's a print-on-demand thing. So if you see anything over there you like, spread the word, share it out with everybody, and help me earn some passive income so that I can keep doing the fun stuff. Don't forget, we also have Patreon and a Ko-fi page to help support the channel here, but obviously that's never going to take off, but you never know. But all that said and done, folks, that should be all the advertisements. That should be all the advertisements. I hope. Alright, so this is the part where we go, how'd your week go? So, boiling alive, I think should be the key phrase of how this week went. Let's boil alive, folks. God. It was so ungodly hot. Most of the week. It wasn't funny. It finally cooled down, I want to say Thursday night and Friday. And that's why if you hear like I have a bit of a raspy voice, or you hear me blow my nose a couple times, my allergies have now kicked into overdrive because when the temperature got really super cold, really super fast, that screwed with me. Because, I mean, it's hot in my room, and we've been through this. If you're a long-time subscriber of the channel and you're a long-time listener of the podcast, you know how hot my room gets. So I had to start changing where I record my podcast because it started getting way too hot in there. I don't mind it getting cold in the winter because I have blankets, so I'm fine with that. But as far as the summer is concerned, oh my God, it gets too damn hot in there. So what ended up happening was, and I'm not even joking on this, what happened was it really started getting really warm, so I started moving where I record, because mostly for safety of my computer, and because I think when you hit 101 degrees in your room and you're like not even 2 topics into a 4-topic podcast and you're like drenched in sweat, that's a problem. And I'm like, yeah, no, I got to start finding a different place. But yeah, so my room gets extremely hot. So, since it's my room, I sleep, I go down to like the last layer of clothing I have before you're completely naked. Because, like, look, I at least have something on just in case. But I'm just sitting there, and for the last couple nights, most of this week, it was just ungodly hot. I would wake up drenched in sweat, and I was like, oh, this is horrible. Then Thursday night and the Friday morning, I wake up Friday morning, I'm like, oh my God, it was the first time that I wasn't drenched in sweat waking up, and I'm like, what the hell happened? I wasn't like, what the hell happened? It's all of a sudden, it's like, it's nice and cool. What the hell? Yeah, all of a sudden, then the wind just started picking up then yesterday, so that was fun. But, so Monday, Tuesday were pretty uneventful. Did have some stuff sell on eBay, which is honestly really happy for me, because, well, I have no job. I lost my job back in June, so that really makes me feel good that at least it's proven to me that I'm at least able to still sell stuff on eBay, and I'm able to, do the retail that I enjoy, which is the faceless retail, as I like to call it. But there is that. Did finally show my mom the series finale of Stargate SG-1. I found out that because it's on Pluto TV, we can pull it up on their on-demand section, and I'm like, okay, well, do I have to pay for this? And I experimented with it, I checked it, I'm like, nope, I don't have to pay for it. It's free, because you still get ads. I'm like, ooh, and I'm looking to see what they all have, and they had Season 10, Episode 20, Unending, and I wanted to show her this one. That's the one where they're stuck in the time dilation field, and it was really cool. She liked it. Then yesterday, I showed her a couple episodes of Atlantis. She liked it. She liked what I showed her of Atlantis. It's like, here, this is an episode where McKay and Shepard are playing what they think is a video game. Turns out to actually be playing with human lives. Oh, no. They're not, they're not, yeah. That didn't go over well. Then I think it was Zelenka and the one other. I think it's Leorn or Lorne. Started getting in on it, and all of a sudden, Weir had to come in and go, shut it down, power it off, and seal off this room. Like, she was just pissed off. And that was like I want to say it was like a season 3 episode. So, I mean, that makes sense if it was a season 3 episode, because I'm pretty sure she left like near the start of season 4, if not at the end of season 4, because I know she left then. So it kind of makes sense. She kind of started seeming like she was a bit more agitated, because I think she realized that, she wasn't going to be on anymore. But, yeah, so that was that. I was watching some Sleeper Dude. I actually managed to watch a Social Network yesterday. I recorded a rant video for Moral Oral, why Adult Swim canceled it and why I think it was stupid. And then somebody brought up a thing to me this morning. I woke up to it. I'm looking into it a little more before I actually jump in and do a rant video on it. Disney Plus getting Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, to stream that. So that's terrifying me. But I got to do some research into that first. I'm not just going to jump head first into that one and start screaming and hollering, because it's Disney. Don't need to have the Disney lawyers. Don't need the Mouse's attorneys on my ass. God knows I don't need that. But, yeah, so that's pretty much been my week. Just, ungodly hot and everything else. But, yep. I hate the heat. I never liked the heat. I can't stand it. I hate the heat with a passion. It bothers me. It always has. But that has been my week. Let me know how your weeks went, and let's get into the podcast, shall we? It's going to be a lot of fun. So, I had to like this. A fan put a comment on one of my videos. Hey, Andrew, what's your thoughts on the live-action PacMan movie? And I actually did reply back with this. And it was, I had only just saw like something trending on Twitter about it. A couple little things popped up. I did not have a chance to actually read up on it and look into it. Because, like I said, with the heat this week, I was trying to move as little as possible. Because I'm not a fan of the heat. I just can't take, I cannot take the heat. I'm sorry. Plus with all the other stuff I got going on right now. But the heat was mostly the main thing. But apparently, around the same time that they announced Sonic the Hedgehog 3, they revealed that PacMan is going to be getting a Hollywood movie. It even has a Sonic the Hedgehog connection. Of course it does. PacMan, the iconic, always hungry pizza with the missing slice, the refrigerator video game character. Basically, I would hate to see an eating contest between PacMan and Kirby. Who would win that? Who would win that? Would Pac-Man win or would Kirby win? Those are the questions that we need to have answered. I'm serious. Those are the questions we need answered. Yeah. The movie is currently in development, and so far information is skimpy. Yes, obviously. So Bandai Namco Entertainment and Wayfarer Studios, which was founded by Justin Baldani and Steve Sharowitz. Yeah. Credits for the movie's original idea goes to Chuck Williams, who worked on Sonic the Hedgehog as an associate producer. Part of Williams' biography, according to his company Lightbeam Entertainment, a 21-year Disney feature animation veteran, Chuck has served as a development executive, writer, editor, and producer on many worldwide films. During his early years at Disney, he worked on Beauty and the Beast, Lion King, Aladdin, and several other films, and also wrote the approach to and produced the Academy-nominated Brother Bear, Disney's 40th animated feature. Afterwards, Chuck moved to California and produced and wrote a handful of films in development at Disney Features under Pixar's John Lasseter and Ed Catmull. Chuck was asked to head Disney Shorts program, which was the vanguard for the Pixar development process into Disney. Who the fuck cares? So, first off, no information. There's barely any information. How would you even do a live-action Pac-Man? I'm sorry. Let's start off that one. Okay. So we're getting a Pac-Man movie, a live-action Pac-Man movie. How in the hell do you even begin to do a live-action Pac-Man movie? The only way I can see it is like, okay, so we're having something similar to Sonic. So Pac-Man's going to be CGI. Please, God, don't let it be like the original ugly Sonic and be god-awful and piss off the fans. But if you think about it, we already had Pac-Man in a live-action movie before. He was in Pixels. Granted, that doesn't really count, so it wasn't a standalone one. But, yeah. But the kicker that you have no information going forward on this. When you tease something like this, is this just your way of trying to get dicks wet, or are you trying to actually entice people? Because I don't feel like you're doing either at this point. I mean, I can make an announcement and say, I am making a live-action Mario movie. Nintendo going to come after me because they know it's bullshit. It's like, no, it's BS. I could pick a really obscure franchise that nobody plays in a while, as nobody's played in like years. I could say, hey, I'm going to be making a live-action Dig Dug movie. Now, how in the hell would I do that? That's just it. How in the hell would you do that? I have no other information. Nothing else gets released. This is like the start of a kick scam. Like a Kickstarter scam. That you're basically like, well, we really want this to happen, but yeah, we know it's not gonna. It's in development, so there's no information or any of it's skimpy. So in other words, there is no information. They basically came out and said, hey, we got a Pac-Man, we're coming out with a live-action Pac-Man movie. And they figured, that's what you're going to love. You're gonna live-action Pac-Man, that's the end of it. No, it's not. So it's a live-action Pac-Man movie. We care why. It's a live-action Pac-Man. And? What's the plot? What's the synopsis of this? How are you going to screw over Pac-Man? What's the basis of this? How's everything going to play out? You need to give us information here. You know, we're not asking for the whole goddamn story. Just give us a couple verses, a couple chapters. Hell, give us a plot synopsis. Give us a thing that's on the fucking dust cover on the back of the book, for God's sake. I don't care. Give us a cliff note of half a plot. I don't care. Pac-Man enters our world and give us a fucking tagline. Something. You have no information. There's no meat to this. It's like, oh, coming soon. And here's the food item. And you're like, well, what's it look like? What's it taste like? What's it made of? Coming soon! Here's this! That's all it is. And I love how the rest of it's basically, oh, well, this is who's in charge of this. Okay, so you got somebody that was in at the time of the Renaissance of Disney. Way to go. They worked on Brother Bear. Way to go. They did a whole bunch of other stuff. Way to go. That's not getting an ass in the seat to go see this as far as I'm concerned. Okay? You're like, oh, well, it's Chuck Williams. Okay, cool. And I'm actually going to say this because I honestly didn't know who this was. Who the fuck are you? Who you? Who you? Who you? Who you? Who you? Because I don't know who the hell you are. Oh, you're a 21-year Disney feature animation veteran? Oh, great. Cool. That's nice. That means what to me? That means what to me? That means what? Nothing. That is literally trying to go to a bank and pay your bill with Disney bucks. That's like trying to use Disney bucks at Caesar's Palace. It does not work. It's fucking fun money, and it's god-awful. So Williams and Tim Kowak, I do apologize for mispronouncing that, will both be producing the movie for Lightbeam Entertainment. Oh, yeah. Wayfarer Studios is also going to be involved in the production work. Not long ago, Wayfarer Studios received a $125 million investment so they could produce more projects, and this is what you're coming out with. So, I'm assuming, please God, tell me that $125 million is not all getting spent on this. It can't if you want to make more productions. So, in other words, this is going to be oh, well, it's going to be live action, but we're only using maybe $25 million. That's our budget. Okay. We can make it work, $25 million. It's not going to be good. It's going to be B grade, which is, honestly, you could make a movie for $25 million. You really could. You could make a movie. It's not going to be, a massive fucking blockbuster. It's not going to be a gigantic, oh my God, we spent, $275 million or almost $250 million here, over $250 million to make this movie. It could be a good movie. It just gotta have to get past how god awful it's gonna look, but it is possible. I mean, and plus if you get people and you pay them a decent amount of money, they might actually could make it look really good. And you go, hey, it's only cost us $25 million, and we made it work, and it looks goddamn beautiful. And it could be a massive success story, which could suddenly change the landscape of the film industry. Or you're going to piss the whole wad away on this. You're going to blow the wad and essentially make a gigantic pile of steamy crap. I don't know. My thoughts on this? How do you do this? I want more information. You haven't even whetted my appetite. You just kind of said something that perked my ears up, like all the gazelles in the field. They're all grazing. And when one of them hears a lion, they all hear a lion. When one of them starts to run, they all start to run because their ears perked up. So it's like, let's see what the hell's going on here, folks. No. Further details like the movie, when the movie might debut, have not been shared. PacMan has previously received animated series adaptations in America, but has never been a star on the big screen like this. Bull fucking shit. He was in Pixels. It was a gigantic Pac-Man. There was an entire, good 5 to 10 minutes of the movie, maybe 15 at the most, where they're being chased around the city in ghost cars, and Pac-Man's chasing them. Where you had the creator of Pac-Man show up and goes, Pac-Man's not evil, he is my son. And he tries to talk to him, only for Pac-Man to bite his hand, and he goes, kill him, as he's running, with his hand beginning to pixelize. Yes, Pac-Man was in a fucking live-action movie. He was in Pixels. Okay? So first of all, let's get that bullshit right out of the way. But what are my thoughts on a live-action Pac-Man movie? What the hell is the plot gonna be? Is it gonna be, Pac-Man from one of the Pac-Man animated series that you're dragging into our world? Is it gonna be the actual video game character? There are so many questions that I have for this. Is it going to be like a Wreck-It Ralph? Wait, technically he was in Wreck-It Ralph. I'm almost sure Pac-Man. I saw Pac-Man a couple times in Wreck-It Ralph, if not name dropped. So piss off. No, he was on the fucking big screen. Definitely. But I mean, is this going to be like Wreck-It Ralph, but with actual people and not other video game characters? Is it going to be something similar to what Sonic is in regards to just like kind of shows up somehow, portal-y bullshit, which honestly, I don't see that working either. There's no synopsis that I could see working with this that could work for a live-action movie, unless you're just setting it in the Pac-Man world and the live-action portion is just Pac-Man in that. But at that point, you'd just be better off making a CG movie. I mean, the live-action portion is you're including humans into this. So, I mean, does Pac-Man live on a faraway planet? Where, I don't know, mankind suddenly, disembarks on his planet or something, and we're introduced to Pac-Man, and they kidnap his son? What the hell is the plot here? What's the idea behind this? Or did you just say Pac-Man at a meeting, and they're like, oh my god, that'd be perfect! Pac-Man will be great for this! What's the plot? What's the purpose behind this? That's what I want to know. But as far as my thoughts on it, I got nothing. I got a solid nothing. That's where I'm standing on. I got nothing. So in a move that shocked, honest to God, no one, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 is happening. We are getting a third Sonic the Hedgehog movie. Now, obviously, the first one, after they fixed it and we got rid of god-awful ugly Sonic, we took him out back and shot him. Of course, he didn't die. He wound up in Chippendale Rescue Rangers. which I guess that's how they're going to be doing these live action things. And hey, there you go. How about that for your PacMan movie? You know, I love how I'm able to like integrate these two topics together. How about that for your PacMan movie? You know, it's like a Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers thing. You have, forgotten video game characters, and Pac-Man suddenly has to save the world or something. I don't fucking know. It's just, I'm so pissed at that. But, yeah, we're getting Sonic the Hedgehog 3. The movie is set to premiere December 20th of 2024. So provided the world doesn't implode by then, we'll have the next entry in the live-action Sonic franchise. So it's a trilogy now. So we got Sonic, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3. Hey, it kind of goes with the games because Sonic 2 dealt with Knuckles, and Sonic 3. What the hell did Sonic 3 do? Who the hell knows? Yeah, so plans for a third movie were previously revealed, and we now know that Sonic 3 is set to open theaters on December 20th of 2024, so we get 2 more Decembers until this happens. It's all set after the first 2 Sonic the Hedgehog films blazed a trail for success in the world of the video game movie adaptations. No, you got lucky. Let's get that right. You didn't blaze a trail. You listened to the fans. You listened when they complained. Although I am still on they purposely did the ugly Sonic thing just to piss people off. Like, they were all gung-ho that people will be okay with this. They'll be fine with this. And the backlash came out that quickly that they were like, yeah, we got to change this. But they did it way too fast for me to feel like it was actually them that was making that decision. I kind of feel like they already had a plan for that. It's like, well, we're going to put this out there. And then just like that, okay, yeah, they really are not happy with this. Yeah, we're going to have to fix that. Yep, we were right. We were right. We got to fix it. Nobody likes it. That's honestly what I feel like happened. Because I do feel like they just purposely screwed the pooch, and they knew it. So, that's first off, that's BS. And I will always stand by that. So, yeah. Anyway, we are getting, it's directed by Jeff Fowler again. It's starring Ben Schwartz, James Marsden, and, of course, Jim Carrey. Obviously, Robotnik's going to be in this one again. The first entry opened on January 25th of 2020 to become the most successful movie based on... It's the most successful video game-based movie at the time, and ironically, it was one of the last movies that went out in theaters before the pandemic shut everything down in 2020, so that is also another testament to its popularity. The sequel opened up in March of this year, and it pulled in a combined, since their debut, $721,588,587. That is applause-worthy. That is applause-worthy. Because, like I said, you got lucky. Okay, video game-based adaptations don't always work. It is a hit and miss. You managed to get lucky. So yeah, obviously, and I'm not gonna argue this one. If you get lucky and you have the formula that works, and you already figured out what you want to do next, then yeah, I would strike while the iron's hot. See what you can make out of this. Okay, so, and ironically, if you think about it, they based them about 2 years apart. The first one opened in 2020, sequel opened in 2022, third one's going to be 2024. So they spaced them 2 years apart. They realized what they'd screwed up with the first one, and technically it didn't really premiere then, because it came out around Valentine's Day, I thought. Yeah, hold on a second. I thought that came out around Valentine's Day. Hold on a second. So, I thought that came out around Valentine's Day. I remember making the comment, you can go watch it on Valentine's Day with your kids or with your loved ones. Because okay, it did come out. Huh. All right, I thought it was. Oh no, that's right. Then it got moved up. That's right. Then it got moved up. That's right. Now I remember. So I'm thinking, I'm like, wait a minute. It was supposed to come out. I thought it came out in. Yeah, I thought it came out February. Okay, yeah, it premiered at the Paramount Pictures studio lot on Okay, so they're going when it premiered on the studio lot. Okay, well, that doesn't count. Theatrically, it was released on February 14th. Okay, I knew it came out on Valentine's Day. I thought that seemed wrong. Yeah, okay, it came out Valentine's Day. Alright, that's right. Alright, so I was right. Okay. So they're counting the Paramount Theater for when it originally debuted, which no, that doesn't count because you have to be, that's like the upper fucking echelon to get into that bitch. So no, that doesn't fucking count. No, I don't consider that a count. I don't count that. So no, it came out February 14th. This one, sequel was released. Really? Okay. Sequel was released international on March 30th. The Regency Village Theater on April 5th, and the United States on April 8th. Okay. It didn't even come out in Japan yet? What the hell? Okay, first off, to the people in charge of this movie, get your shit together and get the fucking thing to come out as close as possible, because this is BS, okay? Oh my fucking god. Didn't even come out in Japan yet. It didn't even come out in Japan. You do realize Sonic comes from Japan, and you didn't even put it out. It goes out next week. Like this, what's it? It's this coming Friday. It's coming out this coming fucking Friday. In Japan. I guarantee, this thing's out on fucking DVD. I almost guarantee it. Isn't this out, like, on demand and shit now? It was released for download and streaming on Paramount Plus on May 24th, the same day that Epix added the film to their library following Paramount's Pay One Window deal with the service. It released on DVD, Blu-ray, and HD Blu-ray on August. It's out on fucking DVD, and you didn't even bring it out in Japan yet. You still haven't released it over there. Attention, morons! What studio was in charge of this? What studio was in charge of this? What studio was in charge of this? I demand it. Paramount. Attention, Paramount. Attention, Paramount Pictures. Dear assholes, when you release a movie, you don't release one in a different country 4 months afterwards, and especially after you put it out on DVD. There is such a thing as, and I want to quote this here, I can buy it on DVD, have it shipped to me. First off, where do you think a lot of those discs come from anyway? Usually Taiwan, China, Japan. Yeah. So it's like, and you can easily get a region-free player. That is the kicker in this. You can get a region-free player. Okay? They do sell region-free DVD and Blu-ray players. There is a way to get those. They do have them out there. Hell, you can even buy... This is the best part. Here's a neat little computer thing that a lot of you probably never knew. If you have a CD drive for a computer, you can actually, if it's designed for like DVDs and that, you can set the region on that. Now, you can only do it X amount of times. But if you have, like, let's say you have an old desktop or you have a couple, external DVD drives, you can label which ones they are. Like, this is region 2, this is region 1, this is region 3. And you can set the region code on those. You have like X amount of times you can do it, and after that you can't do it anymore, so you got to be really careful. But you can easily set those, like, look, you want to get, like, let's say you'd want to have a bunch of Region 2 discs. Or, God forbid, let's say I finally want to watch Moral Oral, the complete series, on DVD. But I don't own an Australian player that can play this bitch. Oh, look, I have an external DVD drive. I can region set this by going into its settings. I can set the region on this to the region for that. Now I can watch it, and I just never touch that again, and I just label it region, and whatever the region is. I think it's region 4. It's region 4. There. Now I have this, and I can play this. Now I can watch this whenever I want because I have a player that can play it. So you shot yourself in the foot on this one by doing that. So you have Sonic the Hedgehog 2. It hasn't even come out in Japan yet, and you're already working on number 3. I think the Japanese are going to get freaking pissed off at this. But yes, so cool. We're getting the third Sonic movie. Honestly, I hope in the next 2 years you realize you have a little over 2 years. You have a little over 2 years. Let's get the distribution on this a little better than what it is. And first off, stop counting when it premieres at a small independent area. That's called testing the fucking waters. Okay, that's testing the waters. They did that with... And, sorry if I keep stopping there. I had something, a piece of hair fly into my mouth there. The thing with this is that you have studios, because they did this with Little Shop of Horrors, where they will put it out in select theaters, and they will test the market to see if there's anything they need to fix. Hey, is this going to work? Is this going to, roll correctly? And they will get commenters. My mom said she would love to do that. Hell, I'd love to do that. Just go see a movie, tell them what you think, what's wrong with it, fill out this little comment card, any issues. Oh, I'd love to do that. I get to go watch a movie, and I get to tell you what I think about it at the same time. Ooh, interesting. I like that idea. And there are studios that do this yet. So if they're putting it out, like, let's say it's on their fucking lot, like Paramount, or their particular theaters, that could have just been a test screening. Not officially released, but, it was in this theater, people could go see it. Was the general public allowed to go see it? If the general public was allowed to go see it, then I will take back my statement right now. If the general public was allowed to pay money to go see it at that theater, then it was released for the general public theatrically. But it wasn't released theatrically on the 25th. What was it, 25th? Yeah, it was not released theatrically on the 25th. It was released theatrically on the 14th of February. The 25th, it was at Paramount's little theaters. So, as far as I'm concerned, that does not count. Because you need, unless you're, allowed to go there and you're allowed to walk on there, no appointment, no nothing, you can walk right up, buy a ticket, go in. That's what I would consider a public release. But if not everybody has the ability to do that, and it's only select people that can do it, that is a test screening. So, as far as I'm concerned off of this, it was test screened. First entry opened. I wouldn't even consider that an entry. That's what you call a test screening. Make sure that the movie's good in case we have to do any last minute changes that are real quick. Like, hey, there's this part here in the movie that doesn't work. Or, hey, the graphics are kind of messed up here. Or, hey, it moves a little faster. Hey, this isn't synced up right. Last minute changes that don't require, a crap ton of work that can get it out. No, I call that BS, for starters. So, yeah, horseshit. And the fact that they didn't even release it in Japan yet. It's out on fucking DVD. It was released on streaming services, which people have found ways to get around the region locking on that, by the way. So, yeah, you guys shot yourselves in the foot there. Tremendously. You basically just blew off your whole fucking foot. Anyway, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, coming out December 20th, 2024. God help us. I got nothing. I got nothing to say about that. Nothing good. First, I want to say the following before I get into this next topic. Crunchyroll can buy all the crap they want to buy, and all the crap they want to get, okay? But this image on this creeps me the hell out, and it sums up this entire issue perfectly. So if you have a chance right now, I'm going to give you a little bit, that's why I'm talking. Click the article and follow along with me, folks. First off, take a look at that goddamn picture of the image there. Holy Christ. That is scary. That is terrifying. Okay? I want to stress this before I go any further. Okay. So, Crunchyroll can buy anything that they want, but as far as I'm concerned, they lost me. Okay? That's where I'm ending this opening statement here. They lost me as a customer. When you got rid of the free with ads portion of your site, because you greedy pricks, screw off. I'm done. I don't care anymore. Because you were to basically quote Obi-Wan in Star Wars Episode 3, you were the chosen one. You were meant to, destroy the Sith, not join them. Well, you were meant to guide us into the world of anime, not fuck us in the ass. Of course, you did that anyway. And you're not only screwing us, but hey, you're screwing other people while trying to not allow them to be screwed at the same time. So this is going to be good here. This is how I'm getting into this. So Crunchyroll has bought the popular anime video store, RightStuffAnime.com, and they have promptly removed all the erotica. All the hentai are gone. So, the Quakers over at Crunchyroll obviously don't appreciate this. The Pilgrims over there don't like it. Oh my god, we're back in the days of the dark era where sex is bad, folks. This is my question, because when this first came up, when I first heard about this, it was they removed all erotica, claiming that nothing pornographic was going to be put into this. To which I have to ask this question, and I will continue to ask this question. I will ask this question until I am blue in the face, until I drop dead from asphyxiation, from asphyxiation, and I pass away. What in the hell qualifies to you as porn? What is considered erotic to you? Because this is one of those potato, tomato things. It literally is. You have the group of people that swear that anime is pornography. It is not pornography. Hentai is the pornography. Anime has fan service. Anime, the worst it can get is a softcore porno. You want to know what qualifies as a softcore porno? Look at Fox, CBS, the CW, WB, or whatever the hell they are now, NBC, ABC, those have softcore pornos, basically. It is basically, there's no sex, you don't see any illicit body parts, but you have the illusion of it. It's basically high school. That is literally what it is. It is fucking high school. So, Crunchyroll announced its acquisition of Right Stuff, the popular online video publisher and distributor of anime products. First off, I would like to pour... I wish I had a 40 to pour out right now, and pour one out for Right Stuff, because I think they just got massacred here. This could not have been consensual. I don't think this was consensual. I think this was, honestly, this was not consensual. I don't think this was. The anime streaming service touted its merger, leading to an expanded e-commerce platform that would allow it to serve a wider array of customers with anime goodies. Okay, so how bad are you going to screw everybody over now? You already got rid of the free with ads on your own site. Now you want to have distribution of other stuff too. You want to be able to sell the shit that you're peddling virtually, and you want to sell it physically. You're like the drug dealer that keeps trying to get all the other drug dealers together so that you can all become one massive empire with you sitting on the throne. And it don't work like that. It don't work like that. The CEO of Fakku, F-A-K-K-U, the world's largest distributor of adult manga, said Crunchyroll left out one important detail of its acquisition. The removal of hentai. Oh, no! Yeah, they're getting... no porn. You cannot be naked on our site. Nothing we have. You cannot have any nudity with us. Again, what qualifies to you as porn? Okay, hentai is porn. I will give you that. But where is the gray line with this is my question. And that's what I want to get off on this and get across with this. Where is the line? What you're saying is pornography may not be pornography. What you're saying qualifies may not qualify. In all honesty, because I have seen some hentai. Yes, I have dabbled into the hentai world. It's, in all honesty, I'm 32, almost 33 years old. Cut me some goddamn slack. I'm allowed to, if I want to watch pornography, if I want to watch a hentai, allow me the pleasure of it, please. I'm in my 30s. As far as the newer generation is concerned, I'm fucking grandpa here, okay? I'm grandpa at this point. Let Grandpa sit in his rocker and watch the porn. Okay? Thank you. I mean, come on. Let Grandpa get a chubby. He may not have much longer left to live. I'm in my 30s. We seem to be going backwards in time anyway. I'm in my 30s. If this would be back in, like, the 1800s, I would be close to death. The life expectancy, I think, if you hit 40, was a fucking miracle. Christ. 50, 60 was not a heard of thing unless you really took care of yourself. But yes, as far as this generation is concerned, I'm Grandpa. And not in a good way. But yeah, so Crunchyroll, the internet's leading anime streaming service, screwing people over since they decided to change up how they function, includes explicit content up to a point. Over the years, as anime has become more popular, the streamer has become more conservative in its offerings, specifically with its figurines and shows. This surge in anime popularity, however, has also allowed it to assume juggernaut status in the space. Bullshit. You have a monopoly on it because everybody else is just a streaming service. Tubi has anime, but hey, guess what? They also have other stuff other than anime. They're not solely anime. There's this an app called Anime Crush. There's Retro Crush. There's Asian Crush. There's an entire amalgam of other streaming apps out there that have this. And when people find out that they have them for free, now granted, they don't have the newer stuff. That's the only place you have the monopoly on. For now. For now. Somebody just needs to come out with a site or an app that allows you to watch a backlog of old stuff, including retro, past, and present stuff, as well as new releases when they come out. And right then and there, you're screwed. And you fucking know it. There's a Damocles sword hanging over your head, and you know damn well what's going to happen when it falls. And that's the truth, and you know it. But yes, it allows it to assume juggernaut. Yeah, you are not the juggernaut. In March, Crunchyroll merged with its then competitor Funimation, making it the largest conglomerate of anime. Oh, they screwed Funimation. Let's get that. Well, technically, they were both owned by Sony. Let's get this one right here. They didn't technically merge with Funimation. Both Funimation and Crunchyroll, if I remember correctly, were owned by Sony. So, you know what? Let me double check that. I'm pretty sure they were both owned by Sony at the time. I'm pretty sure it's still owned by Sony, isn't it? Crunchyroll, Sony. O-N-Y. I'm almost certain that they own... Yeah, August of 2021, Sony's Funimation Global Group bought Crunchyroll for $1.175 billion in cash. You carry around almost a little over $1 billion in cash on you? What the and fuck? Who the hell carries $1 billion in cash on him? You want to get mugged? The fuck? They bought it from AT&T in a deal that closed in August of 2021. Okay. So I'm almost certain that they... Yeah, because they added all the Funimation anime content, and Sony started to phase out Funimation brands. It was all going to be Crunchyroll. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, so AT&T owned Crunchyroll, and Sony owned Funimation. I remember Sony owning Funimation at the time. Yeah, so they bought it from AT&T. Okay. So, all right. So I do remember it. So they merged okay, so basically, because Sony acquired it. So Sony's Funimation Global Group bought Crunchyroll. So it was technically more like Funimation merged into Crunchyroll, and then they just decided to just... Crunchyroll's name sounded better. Fuck you. That's stupidity. This is like Crunchyroll merged. No, other way around. Funimation merged. Because Crunchyroll was owned by AT&T, and now they're both owned... Now it's basically all Sony's pictures. It's all Sony's shit now. Yeah. Now it has added yet another anime Infinity Stone to its gauntlet with its purchase of yet another online distributor, Right Stuff. God help us all. They're getting the Infinity Stones. They're going to Thanos snap anime out of existence. I knew it! I knew it! We got to stand up. If they buy Viz... Oh, God, they can't buy... We have to stop them. We have to get the Viz Stone. We have to get the Viz Stone. They can have Media Blasters. We'll sacrifice Media Blasters to save Viz. We gotta get the Viz Stone before they get it. Their Infinity Gauntlet must not be completed. They will Thanos snap us out of existence. It's not fair. Yeah, this is just, kiss off. This is pathetic. Jacob Grady, the CEO at Fakku, F-A-K-K-U, tweeted that Crunchyroll and Right Stuff's merger was a massive blow. Yeah, that was pretty bad. Yeah, because shortly after the announcement, Crunchyroll removed all hentai and adult manga and anime from Right Stuff's storefront. I'm going to say that again. Shortly after the announcement. So we're going to announce that we're merging. Hey, this is great! And then you go there because you were on the fence about buying something. Or let's say, hey, you want to make sure you had enough money. Then you go to buy it, and now it's gone. Why is it gone? Why? Sorry about that. There was a piece of metal that was vibrating. Why is it gone? Oh, it's really easy. Why it's gone? Because they removed it. This included clearing out all of Fakku's landing pages on the sites. Prior to Crunchyroll's merger, Fakku and Right Stuff's business relationship was like that of an online retailer carrying products from a different company, much like Steam or Amazon. Basically, it's, look, carry our product for us, you pitch it out, you sell it for us, and everybody wins. And they're probably looking at it like, yeah, not a problem, we can do that. We can do that hands down, no problem. Now it's like, no, can't do this anymore. So in a post on Right Stuff's FAQ page, the distributor said it would be phasing out the erotic genre content and product from its site, and that new orders would no longer be accepted. They're phasing out erotica. I believe there was a person that once made the comment, long ago, when you remove something from Western, when you get rid of something that everybody is so enthused with, that will be the downfall of civilization. Basically think Mr. Holland's Opus. If you've ever seen that movie where he made the comment to the football coach, he goes, the day they cancel football in this state, well, that will be the end of Western civilization as we know it. The moment you get rid of something that is integral or that people tie into their lives either as a stress reliever. There are people that do watch pornography to relieve stress. They really do. For film or for any other reason, the minute you start ostracizing them, you're bringing a downfall to civilization. There's no middle ground on this. So, Jacob at Large Hot Coffee tweeted out, this is what they did on Crunchyroll's thing. Welcome to the Crunchyroll family at Right Stuff Anime. They retweeted that with the quote, what Crunchyroll quietly left out of this announcement is that they are removing all hentai / 18 plus anime / manga. Now, this is where I get a little annoyed by this. 18 plus doesn't necessarily mean it's porn. Okay? Because there are some anime that are rated 18 plus because it's very graphic. It's not sexual graphic, it's violent graphic. Because the 16 plus didn't cut it as far as some of the censors were concerned. They had to bump it to 18 plus. There are some like that. Hell, there are some anime that when I was in high school, which, by the way, for reference again, was 15 years ago. Okay? Was 15 years ago when I was in high school. Okay, over 15 years ago. Or a little over. I graduated in June, so a little over 15 years ago. Some of the anime that I got was rated for, say, 13 or over and 16 and over. Now they are 18 and over. It's not erotica. It's not because of anything explicit. It's because the censors changed on it and said, hey, this is fan service. We have to rate it just a little higher. So you're essentially saying that anything 18 plus is porn. Hands down. You're not saying that it's not. You're not claiming that it isn't, pornography. What you're coming out and telling everybody is that if it's 18 plus, we don't want it on our site. So it could be 18 plus because, let's say, it's an entire series where a demon has to battle dragons. And the dragons must be split in half in order to defeat them. So the dragons are split in half and there's blood. That's gore and violence. But because of how, massive it might be, they might have to give it an 18 plus rating. Now, as far as you're concerned, off of your site, as far as Crunchyroll is concerned, that's porn. Granted, there are people that get off on that crap, but not everybody. That's a small niche. That's a small niche. You're screwing people over to satisfy your own selfish desires. Yeah. So, yeah. Going off of this, though, like I said, what they quietly left out is that they were removing all hentai / 18 plus anime / manga. In fact, they already have. This is a massive blow. Right Stuff was a big account for Faku, and one of the only retailers that really embraced 18 plus anime and manga, which is not good. Yeah, because they want it gone. I know that people have given anime the stigma that it's porn. We just have to keep fighting that and telling them it's not. There's fan service. Yes, there's fan service. But there's a difference between fan service and pornography. Pornography is two people fucking. That is the base level of pornography. Oh, character A is fondling a boob by accident. That's not porn. Oh, this character's overly busty. This must be smut. That's not porn. There is a huge difference between what qualifies as pornography and what qualifies as fan service. There is a line in between that clearly separates the two. Hands down. And it just bothers me yet that these people are not getting this. So as far as Crunchyroll is concerned, this is my question. Because they're getting rid of any 18 plus anime / manga. What do they qualify now for 18 plus? Are they going to go through and regrade these and say that, let's say Uzaki-chan wants to hang out. Let's say that Crunchyroll looks at this and goes, nope, that's porn. That's 18 plus, off our site. Interspecies Reviewer, well, that is basically porn, and Funimation ate themselves on that one. They had no choice on that one. They ate that. They had to eat that one. They had to eat their loss on that one. They had no choice. But let's say, I need a better example. Devil's a Part-Timer. Let's go with the Devil's a Part-Timer. Season 2's airing now. Let's say all of a sudden that Crunchyroll goes, nope, this is porn. No, we have to rate this 18 plus. There it goes. That one's gone now too. Let's say that all of a sudden, because they're not just saying that this is off of Right Stuffs. Okay? They're removing it all from there. Doesn't mean that they're also not removing it from their own, too. They could just all of a sudden go back through and recategorize everything and go, oh, they had this in the 18 plus category? Hey, we got to change this on ours. If it's 18 plus, we got to get rid of it. You're going to lose a tremendous library that you have. And you're going to be left with barely anything left. You're going to look at this and go, well, how come we don't have any people anymore? Because you recategorized everything and you clarified it as 18 plus and porn. Or 18 plus and hentai. And nobody cares anymore. Yeah. So Right Stuff was the big account for Faku, and it's one of the only retailers that really embraced it. Yeah, that is kind of true. A lot of other online retailers have slowly started phasing it out. eBay, like I talked about, I think it was last year, did put out a statement that you can't. The kicker is, I love how one person was like complaining about it. You can still sell adult stuff on there. You just have to abide by eBay's guidelines. It's not that they've outright banned it. It's that there's just a lot more stringent. You need to do A, B, C, D, and E before you can list it. That's what they put out on there. It's just easier for people to say it's banned because rather than explain what they have to do. Because you can still buy stuff on there. You can still buy stuff. Honest to God, look it up. You can still buy stuff. And a lot of the stuff that they were claiming was adult-oriented were stuff for, like, cosplay and theater performances. Like, you know, silicone body parts you could use for performances, plays, and costumes. And they even admitted, look, there's exceptions to the rules. And there are. That's the thing. Just put them under a different category. And eBay's fine with that because they know that, look, this is a costume prop. But, yeah. In an interview, though, with Kotaku, Grady said that it was a shame to see Right Stuff move on to Crunchyroll because it had a good relationship with Faku. Where the two companies worked on many exclusive distribution projects. Right Stuff have long been a champion of hentai anime and manga, having sold mature content since their print catalog days. In lieu of Faku and hentai products no longer being available on Right Stuff, a Crunchyroll representative told Kotaku that customers can find previously available mature-themed content on a new storefront, the Eero Anime Store. According to Eero Anime Store's FAQ, the company has worked with the Right Stuff team for many years. The goal is to make this move as easy as possible for you and to ensure you get the items you are looking for. According to Wendy C., Eero Anime's president said in a published statement on the website, "We will carry the full line of erotic anime, manga, games, figures, and other merchandise. We will also continue to offer anime products under the Critical Mass Video label. And some items we will offer exclusively through the site. Stay tuned for details." Despite Right Stuff serving the anime community as a one-stop shop for merchandise, Grady told Kotaku that customers can still find Faku's physical media on its personal website. Though Crunchyroll's anime consolidation hasn't impacted Faku so far, Grady said it'll be actively tracking any future business mergers in the industry. So basically, this set off the red flags. Here are the red flags now. Now all of a sudden it's like, well, Crunchyroll bought this. Now all of a sudden we gotta, this shot up the red flags. And you figure if the red flags didn't go up back in March when the merger with Funimation and all that shit went through and everything was finalized, if that didn't shoot off some red flags, so I think it did, but they were kind of like the half-mast red flags. Now they're fully up. It's like, hey, red flags. The red flags galore now. We're watching the sea now. They're going to be actively tracking any future business mergers in the industry. Because now all of a sudden it seems like they don't want... they want anime, but they don't want anime. They want anime, but it has to be like Disney anime. Yeah, Disney anime. That's not what we want in any way, shape, or form. All that being said, though, they'd be happy to make their titles available on any online retailer like Eero Anime Store, Grady said, but none of them will have the same amount of reach as Right Stuff. I'd reach out to, I think the Anime Corner Store sells hentai. Hold on a second here. I think the Anime Corner Store sells it. I'm almost certain the Anime Corner Store has, I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, Right Stuff was out there all the time. They had branding galore out their ass. You get, like, those inserts and DVDs usually had, like, Right Stuff on it. So, yeah, it does make sense you'd want to have this be, you know, with somebody that has the massive reach and stuff. But I'm almost certain that the Anime Corner Store that I get the newsletter from every week, that they sell erotics, that they have an 18-plus section. Provided the damn thing loads. I'm almost certain that they do. I want to say they do. I kind of remember them having one. Why are you not loading? Oh, great. I must be doing an update. All right, but I'm almost certain that they have a 18-plus section. Oh, here we go. Okay, fine. Yeah, they do. They have an adults-only section. They also have a pre-owned section, too. Because I'm pretty sure you could send... Wait, is it, like, possible for you to send them, like, your used crap? Or, Yeah, because they still have Interspecies Reviewer yet. But I know that they put a thing out with their... Yeah, because it's almost gone. If you want to get it, it's a steelbook because they ain't making no more of them. Oh, yeah, they have a blog. You can follow them on Twitter, Facebook. Special deals, pre-orders, store updates. You can sign up for their newsletter. No, unfortunately, they do not allow PayPal, if you're wondering. But they have like a pre-owned section, figurine toys, manga books. They have an adults-only section. Yeah, they have an adult-only. They have adult anime DVDs and Blu-rays, adult anime games and software, adult anime production cells, adult anime illustration books, yaoi and yuri manga, and manga hentai. So yeah. And I'm wondering if they pretty much have already teamed up with them. Hey, just, in all honesty, if you want, and I'm going to say this, if you want adult stuff and you don't want, you're pissed off with Crunchyroll fucking the pooch on this one, go to Robert's Anime Corner Store. I'll leave a link in the description. Okay, I will. I'll leave a link in the description. Go check them out. I recommend them. I have no issue with them. They're good. They're nice people. The last thing I got from them was a gift for me. It was a gift to me from somebody. But, yeah, it's worth it. Go check them out. If you're interested in it, I'll even tweet this. If you want, after this, go check them out. I mean, they have a lot of stuff on here. Apparel, scrolls. They got journals, planners, notebooks, pens, pencil boards, playing cards, plushies, urban gear, bags, wallets, wall scrolls, trading figures, trading cards. Oh, they got trading cards. Oh, they got trading cards. Trading cards, boys and girls. Postcards, stickers, mugs, glasses, towels, hats, cosplay items, cells and art. They have it all. Go check them out. Seriously. I would just go freaking check. Just go buy it from them. You know, screw, yeah, I would say, yeah, screw that. Go screw those idiots. Show Crunchyroll how much they screwed up and go tell them to go fuck themselves. I mean, they got some, yeah, it's going to be a little more pricey, but then again, everything's pricier. But, yeah. Okay, well, under the anime trading cards, I got nothing right now, so I guess they're loading that up yet. But still, I'll leave a link in the description. Go check out Anime Corner Store. I'll even tweet it out. Go check them out. I support them. Go buy from them and tell Crunchyroll where to shove it. So Netflix has games. All right, I did kind of know this. The streaming giant has an excellent library of games, and apparently that might be the only thing that's decent with Netflix anymore. Then again, as far as I'm concerned, nothing is decent with Netflix. Netflix sucks. They have butchered everything. They're going to continue to butcher everything. So, yeah. They have some excellent games, though, but no one's playing them. According to a recent report, less than 1% of people who subscribe to the streaming service actually avail themselves of its free games. Yeah, because you have to be subscribed to their damn service first. That's why. The stat surely isn't helped by the process that you've got to go through to play. Which, while not totally... yeah, it sucks. It's more complicated than it needs to be. So Netflix signaled its foray into the games early last year when it kickstarted a talent hunt for executives from the gaming industry. Please tell me they did not get Tommy Tallarico. By November, the streamer added 5 games to its mobile app. Though the initial offerings were disappointing, to say the least, you don't need more phoned-in games based on Stranger Things. They no shit. So now, the library, which is playable at no extra cost to subscribers, again, you need to be a subscriber first, contains some true diamonds in the rough, like the tactical game Into the Breach, the physics platformer Ponpy, the roguelike Light Moonlighter, and the narrative Gut Punch Before Your Eyes. So how do you play these sons of bitches? Well, you can't just play the games on your smart TV or, ironically, a gaming console. No. You need either an Android device updated to at least Android 8.0 or an Apple device running iOS 15 or later. From there, follow these 3 simple steps. Number 1, open the Netflix app. Then scroll down until you see the games row. There's no separate tab that collects all the games together. Step 2. Click on the game you want to play. That'll take you to the storefront for your device. App Store for Apple phones and tablets, Google Play for Android ones, at which point you will be prompted to download the game onto your phone. It'll show up as an unrelated app, though you'll see the Netflix logo in the upper left-hand corner of the S icon. Step 3. When you boot up the game, it'll ask which Netflix account you're using. Once you sign into the game, it seems you can keep you logged in to other games as well. This has been how to play your Netflix games. Yeah. So it'd be nice to just play the games. But no, they're not doing that. So you have to jump through a couple extra hoops, which is probably why nobody wants to play them. Also, the fact you need to be subscribed to Netflix. I don't want to be subscribed to Netflix. I don't care what you say. I don't want to be subscribed to Netflix just to play games. So if I gotta download them on my freaking tablet or phone, why don't you just have me download the game and just play it that way? Kiss the hell off. So the author of the article here tried Into the Breach, which they recently received an expansion so large it might as well be a sequel. They found it's just as fun on mobile as it is anywhere else. They also messed around with the Poi, or the Poinp, or whatever, however the fuck you pronounce it, and had to tear themselves away after the tutorial, or else they would have been legitimately derailed for their entire day. So these games are impressive. So what do they have? Currently, Netflix supports the following games, though notes that not all games are available on all devices. So again, so it's either region locked or access locked based on your system, which makes sense. You have Arcanium, Rise of Akan, Asphalt Extreme, Before Your Eyes, Bowling Ballers, Card Blast, Domino's Cafe, Dungeon Dwarves. See, now that one sounds like a porno. That sounds like a porno! Dungeon Dwarves! No! It does! But I know, it does! Dragon Up, Exploding Kittens, Hextech Mayhem, A League of Legends story, Into the Breach, Into the Dead 2 Unleashed, Kittens, Kirby Street, Mahjong Solitaire, Moonlighter, Poe whatever the fuck it is, Relic Hunters, Rebels. So it's Relic Hunter Rebels. Ooh. Shatter Remastered, Shooting Hoops, Stranger Things 1984, Stranger Things 3 the game, Teeter Up, This Is a True Story, Townsmen, A Kingdom Rebuilt, and Wonder Putt Forever. The games had better be damn good because those titles suck. But Netflix is planning to bring that number to at least 50 games before April of next year. Apparently, according to a Washington Post report. The tally was eventually including games developed in-house too. Last year, it acquired Night School, the studio behind hit adventure Oxenfree. Night School showcased a sequel, Oxenfree 2, Lost Signals, at this year's Tribeca Festival. It's unclear, though, if there are any plans to make the games available natively within the primary Netflix app. Probably not. Or to spin off the game library into a supplemental application. They won't. When reached for a comment, Netflix spokesperson directed Kotaku to the company blog post published last November. So basically, this is your answer. Don't bother us anymore. They launched the games on their service less than a year ago. The spokesperson said it's still early days. They recognize that they have much work to do to deliver a great Netflix mobile games experience. Piss the hell off, you cretins. Oh, well, nobody's playing our games. Nobody's playing our games. Nobody's playing our games. There's probably a reason why. You gotta jump through. This would almost be like, here's Nintendo. Nintendo comes out with this whole slew of games you can download for your Switch. But in order to download them for your Switch, you need to download this app first. Then this app navigates you to download this app to upgrade your hardware. And then after you jump through one or two more hoops, then you're able to download the games. But before you download the games, it'll have you make sure that which account you want to do on your Switch account. So which Switch account do you want to have be you want these games under? And then if you say this one, they'll go, oh no, it can't be this one. It has to be a primary account or something. That would instantly piss people off to the point they wouldn't want to play them. So I can understand why people don't want to play Netflix's crap. They've lost faith in Netflix. They're laying off people left, right, and sideways. They're hemorrhaging money out their ass. I wouldn't want to deal with them if they were the last company on God's green fucking earth. I wouldn't even want to deal with them. It's almost like that person. There was a joke. There was a joke that came out years ago, and it was a joke that was basically said, and it was said in the show because the two characters were supposed to be lovers, and they hated each other. They hated each other with a passion. And the one, she was so gung-ho on the fact that she wanted to be with him. And she was, first of all, she was a horrible guy. I don't even remember what the show was anymore. I just remember the line. She hated him she loved him with a passion, but in the worst possible way. She would abuse the hell out of him. That's what she enjoyed doing, was abusing the hell out of him. So then finally she made a comment. She goes, well, why don't you love me? He goes, I wouldn't love you if you were the last woman on earth. And even then, he would have went gay first. Because if you were the last person on this earth, I still wouldn't love you. Because we could be the last people in this entire universe, and I still would not be with you. He didn't like her at all, and I can't for the life of me think what the show was. I just remember seeing the clip, and I was laughing my ass off at it. And I can't even pull the clip up anymore, because I think it got removed off of YouTube for copyright figures. But it was a good clip. It just made me think, because I had to look up the show, and I just don't remember the show anymore. That was a couple years ago, but I just remember the line. I love that line. But yeah, basically what Netflix is doing, I mean, they're laying people off left, right, and sideways. They're hemorrhaging money out their ass like it's going out of style. And they're looking at this like, well, we lost a lot of subscribers. Well, yeah, you did. When you got rid of the password thing, you started cracking down on this, and this, you started losing people. You're getting money. Who the hell cares? You know, did it ever occur to you, Netflix? And I want to ask this question. Maybe, just maybe, people were sharing passwords. Let's say that two people both wanted Netflix, but they couldn't afford your full price a month. There's no Netflix Lite service, where it's like, look, you can get access to this stuff like 2 weeks after we debut it, and you only have to pay us half of what it is a month. There's no Netflix Lite. Okay? Maybe two people wanted to have the Netflix, they wanted to watch stuff on Netflix, but they couldn't afford it. Like, neither one of them alone could afford it, so they both pulled their money together. It's like, look, put it in under your name, I'll chip in half of it a month, you chip in half of it a month, and we can both share the password. What the hell do you care? You're still getting money. Maybe when things change, they might decide, hey, I'm going to get my own account then. I don't have to keep piggybacking off of you. And the other person might be like, hey, that's fine because I'm really getting tired of this. Maybe they might want to be done with Netflix. But they have to keep the account going because their buddy wants to keep watching it. Because, hey, we went in on this together and they're not tired of it, but I kind of am because it sucks now. You alienated a group of people that were still giving you money. That would be like me having a business, and instead of accepting people's money, I just hand them their items and say, have a nice day. I'm not making money. You're not making a fucking dime at that point. You're screwing yourselves over. But yeah, that's my issue with this. It will always be my issue with this. Netflix screwed themselves and shot themselves in the foot wholeheartedly, hands down. And I will die on this hill saying it. But yeah. Whatever. They can have games all they want. It doesn't make a difference. They still suck. Udon, not just a type of noodle, but now also an entertainment company. They've licensed robotic notes and more. So this is actually kind of interesting. So Udon Entertainment recently announced a handful of new licenses, including the Robotics Notes manga by 5BP and Kenji. I'm gonna mispronounce this. I know this. Asakawa. Oh no, okay, Asakawa. All right, I got it right. The adaptation of the third entry in the science adventure series is on the way in the form of a 2-in-1 volume starting in 2023. But that's not all that Udon has up their sleeve. No. They plan to release author Ryo Mizuno and manga creator Atsushi Suzumi their 3-volume Record of Lotus War, the Crown of the Covenant manga, with a release penciled in for sometime next year as well. So, yay! Manga enthusiasts can also look forward to Gigatown. Yeah, it's a book explaining various pictorial expressions in manga by, in this corner of the world, author Fumio Kono, I guess, or Kuno. So that's actually kind of interesting. That one's due out spring of next year, so that sounds pretty cool. But I liked robotics. This is why I wanted to talk about it. I figured it was going to be a short topic, so I saved it for last. I liked robotics. I liked the anime of it. I thought it was really cool. Do I think it ended stupid? I kind of feel like they rushed it, but at the same time, they backed themselves into a wall. It's sort of like that person that writes a story, and they write it that the person's immortal. Now, how do you kill an immortal? What do you mean? Well, you have the immortal person as the villain. How do you kill an immortal? Well, you don't kill an immortal. So then the evil person wins. Well, no, the good people win. Okay, well, how are the good people going to win if you can't kill an immortal? You have no answer for that because you can't kill an immortal. How the hell do you kill an immortal? You don't. You can't kill an immortal. There's no way to kill an immortal. So how do you kill an immortal? Yeah, when you write immortality, you write yourself into a corner. But with robotics notes, it felt like they wrote themselves into a corner and they just had to find a way to shoehorn an ending that worked. And while it was a good ending, like I said, it just feels kind of weak to me. But hey, it's not bad. It's definitely a good series if you want to watch it. I recommend the anime. I haven't read the manga for it, but I recommend the anime. But yeah, I liked Robotics News. I thought it was really good. So I'm happy that it's getting a license. You want to know what else I think deserves to get relicensed? That somebody else can take it over? Aiken. I think Aiken would be nice to have redone again. There's a whole slew of manga I'd like to see redone again. Or at least relicensed so that it gets out there in a better world. Put it in an omnibus. The Pretty Face is one that would be pretty good. Legends. Well, Legends was only 4 volumes. At least it's not as bad as that Picasso one where the kid can see into people's souls and paint their true intentions. Oh, God, that one. 3 volumes. I didn't even think it should have lasted. That should have just been a one. And I'm going to say this because that came out about the same time that PacMan was running. Because I remember seeing them intertwining. In all honesty, and I'm going to say this right here and now, okay? In all honesty, you should have just, and I'm going to say this, you should have just made it a 1-volume graphic novel and been done with it. Because the premise sucked. It was a manga that sucked, and I will stand by that to the test of time. It sucked. And I have read some bad manga in my days. I have read some bad manga. If I have the manga, it was good. If I have a couple volumes of it, I thought those volumes were good. Do I have the whole thing? No, because I couldn't get all of it. But if I have like a couple volumes of it, okay, it's not bad. If I have the entire series, I fucking loved it. I have Eyes, I have Bakuman, I have Pretty Face, I have Legends, I have Manui Kensho, I have Dot Hack, Legend of the Twilight. No, yeah, it was Legend of the Twilight. It's the one. So, yeah, I have a lot of good manga. So, there are good manga out there. But, yeah, that's just, that Picasso was not one of them. But it's nice to see Robotics Notes getting relicensed. I do like that. At least the manga has another chance to keep going out there and keep doing stuff. That makes me happy inside. It really does. Alright, everybody, and that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Don't forget to check out the Anime Corner Store. I'm going to leave a link to their site in the description here on the video. Don't forget to also check out my Etsy shop, Simple Design by Andrew. And check out the Spring Store where I have t-shirts. Really cool stuff, actually. My eBay page, once again, it's ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. Check out the official Web Center 18 Facebook page. Come hang out with me over on Twitter. I'm actually thinking about trying to get a Discord server up and running. I know it's free, I can do that, but I just haven't gotten around to it. I don't really like Discord, but I think I signed up for it at one point, but I just never actually did anything with it. But, yeah. So, go check it out. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and until next time, I'm out of here, folks. I'm checking out. I will catch you all next week here on the Absolutely Completely Random Podcast. Bye, everybody.